Hey guys, so in a little bit of a different place, our brother is moving into Dad's house, so we kind of lost our filming room, unfortunately. But that's fine, we're just gonna move on, find somewhere else to film, and this is good when it's just one of us. So here's where I am. Hi. Today we're going to be trying something a little bit new on this channel. Anna and I have really gotten into bullet journaling. If you don't know what bullet journaling is, it's basically like a DIY planner. Like you can make your own planner, or that's how I use it anyways. And bullet journaling is also really great because you get to kind of customize your planner. So, you know, every month you can pick whatever theme you want to do. You can make it look however you want it to look, whatever works for you, whatever you find attractive, and it's actually really calming. You get to sit there once a month and plan out your next month and just kind of draw, and it's like a stress relief. So that's really cool. I'm going to be showing you my bullet journal for the month of April. They call these videos Plan With Me videos, so they are voiceovers. At least mine will be, because I like to watch Netflix as I do my bullet journal. Beside the point. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. It's a little different for us. So let's get into planning for the month of April. This month, I was really intrigued by making my theme outer space. I'm kind of obsessed with outer space. Side note, if you want to see how I did this watercolor moon, then just let me know down in the comments and I can definitely film a video on that. Other than that, I was really inspired by this poem by Erin Hansen, and I can read it to you guys. It says, "I'm sending you this postcard from the dark side of the moon, so you know I got here safely and that I will be home soon. For today I held our planet between the fingers on my hand and learned there's more stars out there than our Earth has grains of sand. So now the life I ran from doesn't seem like such a wreck, when the town that I grew up in isn't more than just a speck. And although my life feels tiny as I look back at our home, I've realized we're the only ones who don't live it alone. That sometimes even shooting stars send pieces down to earth when their solitary beauty starts to cost more than it's worth. I'm sending you this postcard from the silence of the skies to remind you that there's beauty in our microscopic size. So I hope next time you feel alone, the moon shows you you're not, and how lucky we all are to find our home on this blue dot." So I really love that poem, and I hope you guys feel equally inspired by it. I love Erin Hansen. She writes beautiful poetry, and you can find most of her poetry on Pinterest if you just look up Erin Hansen poetry. Anyway, for the cover page, I wanted to do something more zodiac related for some reason. So I sketched in all of the constellations of the zodiac in the order of the zodiac, and I thought it was really cool. I added some metallic accents to the stars, which I thought was really pretty, and I just really love this cover page, and I love stars. And if you're interested, I did make some stickers with the constellations on them. You can get them with silver metallic, gold metallic, or no metallic at all on our Etsy store, which we'll link down below. Our store is called Wall Planner Co., but I'll link that. And then moving on to my calendar, I really enjoy doing 2-page calendars because sometimes I feel like I have a lot going on at one time, and this full-page calendar gives me a little bit more space within each box. For the font, I actually was inspired by NASA, by their font, and I just decided to, use that type of font for the month. And then I also wanted to add some color later on. I also have these stickers listed on this shop as well. All of the planets in our solar system. So we have Mercury, Venus, Earth. I made Earth's moon. Mars, Jupiter, really large. Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Sorry it cuts out, but I included Pluto. I know it's a controversial subject, but Pluto has always been a planet to me. All through elementary school and middle school, Pluto is a freaking planet, okay? So don't at me, but that's what it is. And here I am adding that color I mentioned earlier. I had to get some America represented in here somewhere, so I added some red and blue stripes under April to kind of emulate the, the NASA symbol and the red and blue of America. I also wanted to include a brain dump page and a way to track any Etsy orders that we get during the month. So I came up with this cool little layout. My brain dump, I wanted it to be a little bit more than a page, but I didn't want it to be a full 2 pages. So I figured out a way to put both of them in the same layout, sort of. But yeah, I actually just Googled space doodles, and I really liked Telescope, and I really liked the little space shuttle, so that's what I decided to do. And then I also included, some little boxed areas in case I really want to organize what my brain is dumping on the page. But yeah, this is really just a place for me to write down ideas I have about potential stickers for the shop, potential journal pages, and so on and so forth. But Anna and I are actually really excited to be working on an Etsy shop. She was just here last week when she was on spring break, and she came up with cover pages for every single month that we haven't listed that yet, but it should be up like any day now as soon as I can get that together. Also, I apologize for my hair getting in the frame. I was really concentrating on drawing these stars, okay? Stars are freaking hard to draw, and I was really concentrating. But whatever, just ignore that. Back to the point at hand. Anna and I have been feeling very inspired lately to do something creative to try to make a little money. We've been watching these, well, I guess I have been watching these videos on people who have Etsy stores and how much money they can make when they're really successful and they have lots of things in the shop. So, I'm excited to potentially pay off my student loans in less than 20 years. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's what happens when you decide to go to grad school. You're then very in debt to the government, and it's a lot and it's overwhelming. But I think that Anna and I have always been more creative. Our entire family is very creative. Our dad is very artistic. He likes to paint. He does some acrylic, and he's been doing some oil paintings lately of birds, and they actually look really good. I'm surprised he hasn't hung them up anywhere yet. And then our mom, she was in music and stuff when she was our age. So our family is generally more creative, and we're excited to have this creative outlet like YouTube and Etsy that can, help us get our stuff out there, and hopefully you guys like some of our stuff as well. So for my activities tracker and my mood tracker, I went ahead and did the fonts because it's the same lettering that I've been doing for this whole thing. But I really like the way that Amanda Rach Lee sets up her activity trackers. She just draws, the shape of the month so that each day is a block in the bullet journal, and then she'll color in that block as she does things each day. And I really like that. I think that's really simple, and I think that'll be easy for me to follow with. So you can see here I'm doing gym, flossing, emptying the litter box, not spending, making new stickers, and reading. I really enjoy reading. I actually do try to read every day. I have a huge collection of books, don't even get me started. For my mood tracker, I thought I would use Jupiter and just, have these demarcations of the color changes on Jupiter's surface and number them. And I thought that was a really good idea, but we'll see how it turns out ultimately. I never did color in these squares because I haven't quite decided what colors I want to use, but they'll definitely be oranges, reds, browns, the colors of Jupiter. And eventually I am going to run out of storage here, so it cuts out and I just magically have all of these lines drawn in with my fine liner. Excuse my face again, I'm really concentrating. I had to get close to the page for some reason. Yeah, so now I magically have all of these lines done, and then I'm just numbering them. And I get to probably like 24, 25, and then realized that I wrote a number in there twice. And I was like, wow, Carrie, how could you do that? I tried to erase the extra line with a white gel pen. Didn't quite work. I did go in and do a second coat, and it didn't really work, so I might have to go in with white out, but whatever. And then starting on my first weekly spread for the month of April, just changed up the color for the header, but it's still exactly the same font. And for my weekly layouts, I really enjoyed these kinds of vintage travel posters that I found on Pinterest when I just looked up outer space travel. A lot of these vintage posters came up, and it had like lots of different moons like Titan and Enceladus, and it had a lot of stuff about Mars. So I decided to separate out the travel posters based on color. So I have a month that is mostly red, a month that's mostly blue, a week that's mostly red, and one that's mostly blue, and then I have a pastel and I have a purple. So I really loved how the weekly spreads came out. It's great. And I actually just made these into stickers. Since I have a lot of sticker sheets and I have a machine that can cut stickers, it's just the easiest way for me, and I think it's less bulky than having to tape them in. Obviously I cannot sell these stickers because they are copyrighted, but if I can find them on Pinterest, so can you, and you can print them out yourself and use them if it's something that you enjoy the look of. And then my next to last page, I was actually really inspired by a post on Pinterest that had a best of page for the month. And then of course, you don't fill this out until the end of the month, but that page had things like music, TV shows, foods, movies, so on and so forth. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing this, and then, looking back later on to see what I was really enjoying in the month of April. Today is like the middle of March, and I really want to go see the new Marvel movie. It's Captain Marvel, but I have to convince my boyfriend to go see it with me. And then my last page, I'm just doing a little quote, and I thought it would be interesting to, do something that will tie the space theme into the theme that I'd like to do for May. Feel free to guess in the comments down below what my theme for May will be. It should be pretty obvious. So I'm just writing this little quote: "To infinity and beyond" relates to space. It also relates to my next theme. And I looked up the logo for the Space Rangers, which looks like this pencil sketch that I have right now. It's taking me forever to do this lettering. Finally done with the lettering, and now I'm going to go in with my Staedtler fine liner, the black one, though I have like tons of the colors, and I'm going to go ahead and outline this little sketch I did of the Space Rangers logo. Or is it a badge? Because you know, all of the Space Rangers, if you ever saw the TV show, man, this is like a huge throwback. Disney did a Space Rangers TV show. I can't remember if it was in the mornings or if it was in the afternoon. I can't remember. But it was actually pretty good. You get to learn a lot more about Buzz Lightyear's past and Zorg and so on and so forth. So maybe I'll check that out. I'm going to see if I can find it on the internet somewhere. I'm sure I can. But yeah, I'm just duplicating that little logo / badge for my final page. Don't forget to comment down below to guess what my theme for the month of May is going to be. And finally, I'm done. So last flip through, my favorite pages are probably the weekly spreads, but we'll see how it ends up at the end of the month. But now you can see all the different colors I separated these travel posters into. And I actually ended up adding washi tape later on, but yeah. I'm super happy with the way this month turned out. So that was my bullet journal for the month of April coming up. Make sure you comment down below if you liked this video, trying something new for our channel, and if you really like it, awesome. Make sure you let us know by pressing that like button or commenting down below. I would love to hear from you guys what you think my theme for May is going to be. Subscribe to our channel if you want to keep seeing cool things from us, and as always, comment down below what you want to see, because we want to hear your feedback. If you think we don't, we do. Okay? So yeah, I will see you in the next video, which is going to be my March Stitch Fix video. Bye. So blind I can't even tell if the camera's focused on me. That sucks.